I feel like the past few weeks, if not months, I've really kind of been struggling with my mental health, just kind of needing a break. So blessed with my agency, they've been really lovely, just kind of creating room for me to be able to have like a creative rest while I kind of really just reset on everything. And I'm sure if you're self-employed or you're a creator, like you 100% get what I mean. Like you're always kind of on the go and you don't really have time to kind of pause and like rest for yourself. I've done that. Like I really feel like it's been super helpful for me. Do I need more rest? Yes, but I also need to pay bills and get back to work, get back into the flow of things, because you know it's just part of like adult life, isn't it? Like I've really been thinking over things, and I find that often like when you're not really feeling motivated or great about yourself, it's really kind of good to look at how far you've come, really work on that sort of like gratitude element of life, because gratitude I found has opened so many doors for me. It's difficult when you are experiencing depression. It's not always second nature to kind of think, oh, what am I grateful for? You want to wallow, you feel sorry for yourself, quite frankly you want to give up. It's like I was very close to deleting my social media, but I'm taking every day as it comes, and that's super important. I thought that I would share with you, you know, some things that I really have been kind of saying to myself, reciting, and it's just a reminder. No matter where you are right now, like you are on the right path. I'm constantly reminded that all things work together for good, even when it doesn't look that way. It truly does. Every single step is not by chance. Every single thing that you've done up until this point, there's a reasoning behind it. And I'm sure that, like me, you can think of things that have gone wrong and you can say to yourself, that's why that door didn't open. That's why I didn't go to that place, or that's why it didn't work out with that person. If you haven't got your aha moment yet, it means that it's not over yet, because we all will get that and it will happen. Probably about like when I turned 32, I truly realized this is when life begins. And if you are below 30, or if you are going to turn 30, I guarantee you, like, this is true. Like, it's not just a saying that people say. Like, it's very true. Your 20s, I would say, it's like a time to kind of just really enjoy yourself and relax and explore life, work out what you want to do. Some people in their 30s are still actually working out what they want to do with their lives, and that's completely fine. In my 30s, I really grew my backbone and took time to kind of work on myself, my self-esteem. But that is when I truly began to love myself. I feel like I am love. I know that sounds crazy, but if you're seeking love, become it first. And when you're treating yourself right and you know how it feels, it's something then you are able to easily extend to other people. One thing I am continually working on is welcoming disappointment. There's really no way of kind of avoiding disappointments in life. If you tend to people please, you could be as nice as possible, you could do all the right things, you're not going to avoid disappointment, but you will overcome it. I've overcame disappointment many a times. It's elevated me, brought me into greater rooms. It's a part of life. If you're experiencing disappointments, depression, whatever it is, heartache, what you need to do in this moment is focus on being the best version of yourself. Pause, do not quit. It's me speaking to myself. This allows you to show up with a full cup. This allows you to show up as your best self in all circumstances. You're going to be able to handle so many things in such a better way. This is through self-care, and this is through therapy. There are like a few apps that I use, and there is a ongoing sort of like CBT app that I personally use, which helps me in terms of therapy to kind of like deal with negative situations and the lows. But also I specifically want to speak to women who look like me, women who don't necessarily fit standards of beauty. You are amazing just as you are. As positive as you see me being sometimes, especially when my health begins to play up, like I really do have negative thoughts. This happens, you're not alone, but it's really important to continue to work on yourself, to love yourself, to become love. Understand that where you are at, it's not a destination, it's a journey. And I know that sounds really corny, but it truly is. Keep working on yourself. There's still so much more coming for you. I often look at things like numbers, social media metrics to kind of like determine where I am at in my life, my success scale, etc, etc. I'm so glad that I can be a representation of what is possible. I just really want you guys to just keep focusing and keep believing in yourself, because there are a world of possibilities there for you. I genuinely wouldn't have seen myself in front of the camera. It opened me up to a world of judgment. Even as a stylist working in fashion, I still feel is very much so behind on inclusivity. Yeah, we've got body positivity and loads of women in underwear, but having that proper representation, having really great fashion choices, having great luxury pieces available that are size inclusive, like all of this, it's still very much so a thing that hasn't happened yet. And that does in fact impact like your mental health. If you are in that position or you're in that situation and you find yourself being swayed because you're constantly seeing one standard of beauty being the focal point, pause. Because you are amazing just as you are. I'm really trying to like continue making improvements in my life. Out of everything, like my health is the most important, because time, opportunities, all of those sort of things would mean absolutely nothing if I wasn't completely healthy. I've also been working the hardest over the past few years on creating boundaries. When you're creating boundaries, it's also equally as important to work on your ability to trust. In order to have a fulfilled life, you need to have the ability to trust yourself, trust God, and trust others, but also to trust life in general. I found that even in all different types of relationships in my life, I found that I was being taken advantage of, and it was very much so one-sided. I feel like it's really important to actually really kind of romanticize your life and just have moments of personal contact and really kind of just balance out pleasurable activities in your life. We're so stuck on doing the necessities, routines, etc. Adding a little spark of joy, it impacts your well-being so much. And you know, I feel like I am ready for my soulmate. You guys need to hold me accountable for this. I need to put myself out there, go on dates and stuff like that. I would really love to know which dating apps you guys are currently using. Some of my experiences on these apps are hell. Absolute hell. That's a story for another time. I'm really stressed. I chew at my lips and I bite them, and my lips are a state right now, so it has to be gloss. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Just remember that you are amazing, you are loved. Just keep believing.